Alright, here's the SH150. Have the wheels off, put the new tires on. The problem with scooter tires or scooter wheels is the axle is very small, so they don't, here's my wheel balancer for my motorcycle, and the wheel balancer axle is too big for the scooter. And motorcycles, this axle is 12. What was it? It was 12.7 millimeters. This axle is 12 millimeters. A motorcycle axle is bigger than 12.7, obviously, but that's the size that they use, and you use the cones to basically center it, right? That way the wheel actually sits in the cones. You can see the marks right there. Sits in the cones itself, not on this this bar. But anyways, I ordered a 12 millimeter rod, and this rod is for a 3D printer, and it's a perfect fit. I mean, it's a snug fit, so there's no wiggling at all. So it should be good. So stick it on there, and it should work. It's just barely long enough. This one is 400 millimeters to fit my Tachyon wheel balancer. So anyways, that's what I'm using. Again, this is a 12 millimeter bar, so it'll fit the scooter axle. And the one that comes with this balancer is a 12.7 millimeters. Anyways, and you can see that it's out of balance. That's why it's spinning so damn fast. So I'm gonna balance it. I have I actually took the original balance off. I have no idea where I left it. I thought I saved it, kept it, but anyways, I have some balancers in here. So this is the clip-on type, and it clips onto the center of the rim right here, right? I actually have some official Honda ones right here. So that's the part number. You see, and that's I think each one of these are. I'm not sure how much each one of these weighs. I can't remember now. So anyways, got a couple of them from there, and I have a few from older bikes, Hondas or whatever, from I think mostly Hondas, that I took off when I rebalanced them before. So I got several of them. So anyways, yeah, so I won't bore you with the actual balancing. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll get my tripod and mount it on the tripod, and so you guys can see the steps. Alright, so it's still spinning from the previous clip. So it looks like I'm right there at the heavy spot. So the original weights were actually right here. Yeah, it was right here. So right on the other side of the spoke of the valve. So the valve's right here. The original weight was right here. So that's a heavy spot. So the lighter spot is on top. It's kind of a bad spot because it's right at the spoke. It's right at the spoke right here on the high side. Let's look at it real fast. So the high side is right at the spoke. So that's kind of dumb. Okay, so what could I do about that? What I could do is I could do a double. Actually, I'm not sure how much weights I need though. I could do a double-sided weight. So one way of putting it on weights is put it on the opposite side of the heavy spot, or you could put two weights. And you just split this into three with the heavy spots right here, right? Split into three, so the angle would be the full angle would be 360, right? So 360 divided by 3 is 120. So basically you go 120. So the angles will be out right here. So those angles might hit these two spokes out here. So I think I'm gonna put it around the inside of these two spokes. Because literally, this thing is literally the center of this thing. The light spot is right at the spoke. So I think I'm gonna try that. So I think these two weights I have are the same. Let's see. Do you see what's the same? I think these two weights are the same. Yeah, these two weights are the same. So I'm gonna pop these two in and see what happens. And these are pretty light. The original spoke was, the original weight was actually bigger than this. This original weight was like something like, well, this is a little bit bigger, but the original weight was bigger than this. The original weight was almost this size right here. So almost this size. So maybe it was this size. I can't freaking find it. Where the hell did I put that weight? Where did I put that weight? I didn't throw it away. I hope not. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I found it. So here's the original weight right there. So that's the original weight. And here's the two newer ones. And Honda actually has a specification for these weights. They say so. This one's actually bigger than the original weight. Honda says don't use. I think Honda's maximum weight for the weight is. I think they said maximum is 2.5 ounces, I believe, if I remember right. So don't use more than 2.5 ounces, basically. So the puppies in. Oh shit! Got that out. Oh, this bar is a little bit on the short side, so it doesn't hang as well. That's actually the I purposely got it just big enough to fit where I wanted to. Oh shit! This didn't even fit. It popped off. Didn't fit right. What the heck? Is this weight different from the original one, or do I need to squeeze it in? Okay, the Honda weights, the one that came with the wheels, are a little bit different. It has like a little, looks like a little teeth that actually snap on with these other ones. Because the rim here, the ribbing in the middle is actually not like other Hondas where the ribbing in the middle it has a. Well, this one here is just a ribbing that comes straight out, and that's it. So the weight could just touch on, and the jaws of the weight has a little grip. Well, these weights are meant for the center rib, where instead of just coming out, it comes out, and at the end of here, at the end where it comes out, and it kind of like tees a little bit. So just a little bit of a nub, it's like it barely just comes out a little bit, and these weights could grab on. So these weights are not going to work. That's interesting. Yeah, these ones won't work. Okay, let's see if I can find something that can work. So no, none of my weights will work then. At least none of these rib type works unless I use the original one back in there. So I stuck it back in. Try sticking it right here. Let's see what happens. This is not centered, but that's what I got. Let's see. See how much it turns. Yeah, that's too much. That's too heavy. See how fast it's spinning? That's too fast. That's way too fast. I think it's still slower than before, It looks like it's slower than before, than without the weights. Well, actually, it's not that fast. It's faster than I would like. Definitely faster than I would like. Let's try. Let me actually weigh these things. So spinning a little bit faster than I would like. Right. Yeah, spin a little faster than I would like. Let's see. Let's look at this. Let's look at this weight that I took off. See how much it weighs. Actually, no, it's still on the bike or still on the wheel. Let me pop that off real fast. So because this weight has teeth on it, when you pop it off, it actually scratches the rim a little bit. So a little bit. Yeah, I can see it. Yep, it digs up the rims just a little bit. So that's not good, but it is what it is. Interesting. This weight is almost in the same spot where the old weight is. So I put it right here. The old weight was right there. So usually modern design tires and manufacturing, the tires are very, very well balanced. Usually the thing that's more out of balance is not the tire, but it's actually the It's actually the wheel itself that's out of balance. All right, let's see, turn this on. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 0 grams. This thing weighs 20.9 grams. So basically 21. Let's call it 21 grams. 21 grams. That's less than an ounce. An ounce is 28 grams, I think. If I can remember right, because an eighth of an ounce is 7 grams. How much do these things weigh? 10.9. So basically, these things are, 2 of these things are a little bit heavier than this, right? 10.9. So that should be 20, almost 22. 21, oh yeah, 22.1. So that means one of them is heavier. 10.9. 11.1. So it's a little bit heavier by a little bit. So this is, let's see how heavy this one is. 30 grams. Okay, let's see. So those other ones won't fit. So I guess I have to use my conventional weights then. Conventional sticker weights. I wonder how much I need. I don't think I need too much. Grab one of these here. These sticker weights here. There we go. So I'm gonna go with let's see, each one of these is 7 grams. Oh, this is the iron weight. 7 grams, you know. So, oh, this is the iron, Fe, iron. That's interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna go this. I'm actually gonna clean up the spoke first. I mean, not the spoke, the wheel. So I'm gonna go back to find that low spot. I'm gonna clean it off with some alcohol and we continue. So stay tuned. Okay, I just cleaned up the light spot with some alcohol. So let's stabilize real quick. You see it's spinning. So I think that right there is the where it stays still. So basically, let's turn this thing 90 degrees and see how much it spins. Or how much it moves. See how fast it's moving? It's spinning faster than when I had the original weights in there. So that means it's pretty off. The original weight was what? How much? 20 grams? 21 grams? This is 7 grams each, so I might have to use more than this, possibly. Or more than one, probably more than 2. I might have to use 4, 2 on each side. So I'm thinking 2 on each side should do. Should be enough, I think. Where's my knife? So 2 on each side. Should be enough. Actually, let me put 2 on first by itself and see what happens. Put it on the non-rotor side, and non-disc side. Let's see, where's that pain spot? Right here. So I'm gonna put it dead right on the. Actually, let me see exactly where it's gonna balance out. So it's not moving much right there, just a tiny bit. So it's just in front of the spoke. Then. Yeah, it's just in front. So on the leading edge of the spoke. So right there. Right there. See how 2 does. So this was the light side, so let's So still moving, not that much, but still moving. So the weights, where I put the weights, it still moved, still move up. Not a whole lot, but it did move. Okay, so 2 more. Let's put 2 more in there. 2 more in this bad boy. I think 2 more is enough. Maybe even 1 is enough. Let's see. Actually, where was that weight? So that's the light side, heavy side. Yeah, 2 more. See how fast it's spinning? So I'm gonna go 2 more, so it should slow it down quite a bit. It's probably not gonna stop. It's probably still gonna move a little bit, but you know, if you could get it to not move at all, that would be perfect. But the reality is that rarely ever happens. There's always a little bit of movement. So all right. So I'm gonna put it on this other side here. Over here. Put this on with my right hand. So actually maybe the spot where I put it, it's not perfectly balanced either. So I'm gonna off center it a little bit. So right now I have what, 4 7-gram weights. Let's see what happens. So it's not moving much. So now it looks like that's the heavy spot now, where those 4 weights are. Yep, that's the heavy spot. Yep. Let's see. Let's go to 90 degrees. All right, 90 degrees. You see the weight right there? The weight's right there. All right, so I'm gonna keep it at 90 degrees. And that's the heavy spot. Yep, it's spinning down. Man, that's spinning fast. Okay, it's spinning faster than I would like. Maybe I only needed three weights, not 4. 4 is 28, 3 is 21. Okay, I think I'm gonna take off 1. Put it down at the bottom at 6 o'clock. Let's see what happens. See what side it favors. Okay, so the weight's actually a little bit ahead right here, so that's where the heavy spot is. So I'm gonna take 1 off on the. So I'm gonna take 1 off on this side. So this one right here, that's on this side, is more forward. Hope you guys can see that at that angle. This one right here is more forward. Or maybe you guys can't see it. But I'm gonna take it off right there. And I just stuck it on too. But the good thing is that it's fresh. It was freshly applied. So usually when it's freshly applied like that, it tends to not stick as well. It hasn't quite set. You know, the adhesive hasn't quite set yet. So it just come right off. Not too much stickiness, and not too much, you know, no residue and such. It's been sitting there. Oh yeah, it came off easy. No residue, no nothing. Okay. So now it's moving. See how slow it is? It's moving back. It's pretty slow. Go back to where the weight was. Leave it at the 6 o'clock. See how slow it's moving? So that means the heavy spot is somewhere right here. So let's put that at 90 degrees, which is right here, 90 degrees. See how much it spins. See how slow that is? That's about as good as you get. See how slow it's going now? Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, every once in a while, you'll get it so that way it barely moves at all, but it's very difficult to get it perfect. Because part of the reason why that is because the weight itself, you might not have enough weight or have to deliver too much. So for example, I had 4 weights, but that was too much. Now I took off a weight. It's closer to being correct, but the weight's still not exactly, that's why the other way to do it is to use go do that 180, or not 180, 120 degree from the heavy spot here, right? The heavy spot's down at 6 o'clock, and you go to the two, go 180 degrees, 120 degrees from each from that 6 o'clock. So that would be one up here and one over here. That's actually probably a better way to do it. But the problem with doing it that way is that you're using more weights. In this case, I have 3. If I did it that way, I probably have to use, probably at least 4. So, anyways, I'm gonna call that good. That's good enough. And I'm gonna put this wheel back in. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.